Hello everyone. This video would focus on operations of function, and this is the second part. In this part, the operation that we're going to focus on would be multiplication. I will put the link of the first part in the description box below. Let's take this first example right here. We are given the function f of x and the g of x, and we're supposed to find f times g of x. So in this case right here, we can go ahead and say that this f times g of x is actually equivalent to so this f times g of x is just actually equal to f of x times g of x. So what are we going to do is we are going to substitute the value that we got for both f of x and g of x over here. So our f of x is 6x minus 12. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down here. So that would be 6x minus 12. And that is multiplied by the g of x, which is negative 2x. So in this case right here, we actually have a binomial and a monomial. So if we got this setup right here, we can just go ahead and distribute this monomial to each of the terms inside the parentheses of the other function right here, which is the f of x. So that we can go ahead and say that if we have 6x times negative 2x, that would equal to negative 12x squared. And then we have negative 12 times negative 2x is a positive 24x. So this is actually our f times g of x, which is again equivalent to f of x times g of x. Now I will show you the area model of solving this kind of problem using the area model or the box. So we can go ahead and say that the dimension of the box that we're going to use would be a 2 by 1 box. So I will draw that up here. So let's see if they would come out the same. So that would be again a 2 by 1 box. So then we can go ahead and say that we got here our 6x minus 12. So I'm going to write it up here. So 6x minus 12. And the monomial that we got here is negative 2x. So I write negative 2x right here. So we're going to multiply these two together. So we got 6x times negative 2x is a negative 12x squared. And then we have a negative 12 times negative 2x is a positive 24x. And so as you can see here, they both have the same answer. So the answer that we got is pretty much the same. So you can use the distributive property or you can use the area model. It doesn't really matter. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, we're given the functions f of x and g of x, and we're supposed to find f times g of x. Again, this f times g of x can be written as okay, so it's pretty much the same thing as the first one. We're multiplying the f of x and the g of x together. So in this case right here, I'm just going to go ahead and write the f of x, which is this function that we have there. So that would be okay, in order that we can multiply this, we can actually use the distributive property, or pretty much known as the FOIL method. So then we can go ahead and say that we multiply the 3x to each of the terms inside the parentheses. So this would come out, so that's 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. And then we have 3x times 5x is 15x squared. So that would be plus 15x squared. And then we have 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. And then we're going to distribute the negative 4 to each of the terms inside the parentheses, just like how we did with the 3x. So negative 4x times x squared is negative 4x squared. And then we have negative 4 times 5x is a negative 20x. And then we have negative 4 times negative 1 is a positive 4. So I'm just going to write a plus 4 right there. Now we're going to combine like terms. So first we have the 3x cubed. It doesn't have any 3x cubed. It doesn't have any 3x cubed term on this. So we can keep that. So that's 3x cubed right there. So we're gonna look at the 15x squared minus 4x squared. So we can combine these two together. So that would come out 11. So that's plus 11x squared. And then we have negative 3x minus 20x. So these are like terms right here. So this would come out negative 23x. So I write that up here. So negative 23x. And then we have a 4. It doesn't have any constant aside from 4. So we can just go ahead and write plus 4. So this is the product between these two functions that we have here, f of x and the g of x. Now, the other way of doing this is using the area model. So I'm just going to show that work on the bottom right here. So the dimension of the box that we're going to use would be a 3 by 2 box. So I will show that up here. So there's going to be 3 columns and 2 rows. So it's going to look like this. And then we got the x squared. And then 5x minus 1, and we got the 3x minus 4. So then I'm going to multiply these together. Okay, after combining like terms, we can go ahead and say that we are left with 3x cubed that goes up there. This negative 4x squared plus 15x squared is 11x squared, and that's how we got there. And then we got negative 20x plus 3x is negative 23x. It's right there. And we got a 4 left over, which is up there. So it doesn't matter which method you would want to use. You want to use the distributive property, or pretty much known as the FOIL method for this case right here, since we have a binomial, or you can use the area model. It doesn't really matter. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!